quickly. It can be a bit problematic for him, no?
And the other thing, we're talking about these lanes.
Thank you very much. Very excited to see this match though play out. EG versus PSG.LGD, and some kind of different heroes coming out, especially towards the end. Nothing to say, bringing in the mid laner.
I wish there was something else. You know, maybe a Queen of Pain, possibly, because like Lina, I've seen this hero fail so many times. Recently, I've seen a better performance, you know, from Lina in general, but I can understand why, you know.
Stun coming in already with the stuns onto Ice. They're going to turn. They're going to be actually able to watch fight first, but they'll turn over as well towards Y. They'll take down two. As Ice he's able to get out of there. As PSG.LGD, they try and look for action. They've got a lot of stuns, but it wasn't enough. EG able to just turn, hold their ground, get 2 kills for themselves.
We see that all the time. Someone tries to, you know, contest against the task. The damage coming up from the tag team, the more numbers you bring, the stronger the hero is.
Yeah, and as we see being pointed out there, 860 damage being done by that nether toxin that Ice were just able to turn, lay down, and they were just standing in for the full duration, pretty much.
So Ice got the first blood, has 200 extra gold, 250, will TP back to the lane. He's probably going to go for Urn, Circlet, Sage Mask, more overtime damage. This is something that they've done before, also like having a aggressive tri-lanes, and they've also like to get a first blood and TP position 5 to the bottom lane. So why? He needs to be careful. Like anyone who's a melee in this, like even Ame, like there's so much kill potential, a lot of slows.
He's always ready for a fight.
So he's able to win out of the tri-lane versus tri-lane toppers. Both teams, EG and PSG.LGD, have come out with some fantastic lanes in the game that we've seen from the map so far. Why? To get gone on here, but are they able to keep them covered with the Mountain Strike? Only just though, in fact with the Nether Toxin, why? He might still tick down Verifier, just enough to keep him alive. Already seeing the hard-hitting potential of EG's tri-lane.
So it seems like they want to keep it. They put Arteezy on the bottom. Arteezy wants to rush for the boots of speed. Like in 1 versus 1, if you have a long lane, a Razor is pretty much always going to have a good time.
You're always going to find some sort of opportunity to losing on Faith Bian and start running. Xingqiu coming in with a rotation. Arteezy's prepared to deal with this. Trees and Xingqiu not wanting to hunt any deeper, knowing that static links are available. Arteezy could have always looked for the turnaround, and Xingqiu will respect that.
It's one of those moves where you just rotate your position 4, forcing the rotation of their position 5, and now you have 2-1-2 lanes. Crit, level 2. Once Viper hits level 2, he is already level 2. They can start playing aggressive. They're playing Viper into 2 melees. Tusk already has a boost of speed plus attack team, just saving a skill point to see whether he needs a snowball or he needs an ice shard to block them off. Same build pretty much always on Crit Tusk. He's going for that drums. 8 charges. Pretty much no one else is doing it. Everyone else is prioritizing either a Falcon Blade or Orb of Corrosion.
Radiant's turret
incredibly
has
hard
been
game
killed.
for PSG.LGD to be aggressive to EG up top. Very surprised if we ever see getting taken down whilst there's just the 2 members of PSG.LGD here. Sitting over in the mid lane at the moment, 12 for 3, 12 for 3. Complete even trade and farm between Hussein and ABED.
Both of them bringing the bottle at the exact same moment, pretty much. Buck will have it a bit earlier, so he can start to play a bit more aggressive. Lina still has that Fairy Fire, but no mana for Dragon Slayer.
ABED quite able to connect the orb there. Both keeping each other on their toes. Match up in the mid. Bottom lane, definitely the lane where we're seeing EG win out the most. Getting the free farm. As we're seeing the Death Prophet starting to fall a little behind here. Faith Bian definitely having the tougher time in these dual lane setups.
He's level 3, still saving a skill point. Whether he needs a skill siphon or to put another point in crit form.
Top lane crit. It's ready to go in onto Armate. They close the gap with the snowball. And even with the verify, it's not enough to keep him alive. This top lane, incredibly strong. There's just not a it's not possible to play into if you're these two melee heroes. You get close to these two,
It's so hard.
they'll turn and kill you every time.
You need a bit more mana regen on Viper, so he decides to get an Urn of Shadows. Was thinking about the rushing a neck. Okay, I don't think I've seen this before, like, ever. I've seen some offlaners like a Tusk where there's like great synergy from the tag team, so might be reason why he's also going for it.
And down the line, it will give, see around 4-minute runes. You're gonna have Crit coming in, nothing to sail. And down the Light Strike Array. It's got a run. And ABED will turn with Crit over towards Jinkyu instead.
Another orb.
Nicely done. Coming in under the tower, he's able to nuke down.
Oh,
Jinkyu.
regen rune. Why? We'll pick it up. So that's a big deal, just denying that rune from Puck. Puck is still level 5, like they might be able to get this kill. Yeah, looks pretty dead.
Hey, he may have got the rune, but he's going to pay with his life. 2 kills for ABED. So beautiful moves from Crit coming around the mid lane and allowing ABED to turn and find so much action already. 4 minutes and a half in, ABED's already 3-0.
They need 1 point on the board. Like they need, because you're at the 0, you just want to have something. Because it affects you, you look at the scoreboard, these are pretty big numbers, right? On the screen.
See ABED go up for the 5-minute rune. There's a lot of members of PSG.LGD down in position. We're seeing already that top lane starting to fall apart for PSG.LGD. Only Ame up here at the moment, and he's probably going to have to just turn towards the jungle. Laning against Ice is just not an option right.
This is one of the reasons why EG just decided to go for this like heavy lane pressure. They knew that Razor's gonna have a good time. He is the lane dominator. Same goes for Viper. Mid lane doing really good. Like Lina, has more CS, but they managed to kill 2 supports. Puck is level 6. There's a rotation.
Playing around with nothing to say. They'll drop the Laguna onto the to finish up the kill. ABED will still get the cleanup on nothing to say. And at the end of it all, ABED's probably going to be happy. Fly going down first, it means that ABED continues to just pick up the solo XP for these kills.
Now he's pretty happy that his support died.
He's like, thank you, Fly. And, not only giving him solo XP, but also, of course, eliminating the worry of the Laguna Blade coming out anytime soon with it being on cooldown. So Fly tanking a whole lot and doing the real support moves there to keep ABED's game good.
ABED's bottle will get refilled on a mid lane.
Here I am.
They're not baiting with the bottle. They're not gonna leave the bottle with the poison on. Like Team Secret went for it. Kind of backfired. Puck level 7, 4 points in orb, picks up another bottle rune. Another bottle rune, what? Bounty rune. So yeah, Exorcism still not online on the bottom lane. That Prophet level 5 has a Falcon Blade.
Radiant are scanning.
Top tower.
Dire structures are
It seems like the
fortified.
PSG can do about it. They have smoked up. Nothing to say in Jinkyu. Maybe going to see if they can get the wraparound on EG after he can stick around to finish the tower off. Why? Try and set something up. Sleep catches Ice. It won't catch on to Crit. Jinkyu continuing to close the gap, but ABED is here. Doesn't have Dream Coil at the red. Jinkyu opens up onto the pass. Nothing to say, has the follow.
Nice.
Crit is going to be able to buy time for ABED. He jumps out the side. ABED will escape. And maybe onto Ice. Ice will fall, but he brings down Y with it.
Dire's top
Lina,
tower
can she
is
land
under
another
attack.
stun? Tusk seems to be a bit too speedy with the wind lace and boots.
Are you okay?
That was such a clutch save. ABED gets out. He scouts if there are any stacks being made. And they also dealt so much, like this top tower is actually deniable. EG does not have that much of a tower damage, but they need to play with the catapults. Lina's bottle will be refilled on a mid lane.
Dire's top tower has
Those
been
moves
denied.
continue to go unharmed this game. 4-0-1. Refill mid. Go here. ABED's got the Dream Coil. Does things up straight away. They're moving up to lead it. Crit takes the dodge, the Light Strike Array and the Stomp to stay on top of Nothing to Say. Nothing to Say is trying to model up, but the right clicks are too much. They bring him down. Fly will fall in return as Y turns and runs him down.
There's a lot of damage. That's 200 damage. Yeah, Y looks pretty dead. The Lion.
Maybe Jinkyu can help. Heads out. Combo. Shark's actually going to grab the 2 of them there. Crit is going to be able to stop each of them. And they just try to kill them both as well.
And ABED, he's on fire. Like ABED, Puck go brrrr. And his bottle will get refilled. Like this is like
Dyer's
fourth
bottom
time or
tower is
the
under
bottle
attack.
got refilled. They just keep going on.
He might not be done. He's already pushing back Faith beyond it.
Dyer's
Still with some time
structures
left
are
on the DD
fortified.
route.
Dyer's bottom tower
This is what
under
happens
attack.
when you leave it in. You don't take it out the first few bans. ABED gets his hands on the puck and open the game phenomenally. Of course, a big shouts out to his support backup as well. You know, has some mixed movements from Crit and Fly around the mid lane that have just enabled him as much as he's popping on. Team effort's been perfect. Fly getting caught out here by Faith Piana Jinku with silence and edge. Leave no chance for Fly to dive away.
Tame the lion.
Also, ABED should start using some other voice lines other than greetings. Pretty sure he has them on lock.
I mean, wait, no, he doesn't. Wait, okay, yeah, he's gold too. Could have a few more. The jungle. G's starting
Radiant's
to
middle
take away
tower
some of
is under attack.
PSG.LGD's
Dyer's top
safe
tower
areas that
is
they
under
need for
attack.
Arme. So how's Arme's progress looking? Pretty slow this game. Very slow. This is definitely one of the, if not the slowest start we've seen from Arme on the Monkey King.
He got zoned out. Very hard matchup for him, playing into Tusk and Viper. Can't really do that much. Died once. Not too bad, you know, considering what he was playing against.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Top lane Crit. Trying to go for the bouncy rune here. Silence and stop. Now stop him. Gonna start to lead in onto Wine. Time for Iso Size to head over Wine. He's not gonna have any chance of escaping from this as he goes down. At the same time, down bottom, RTZ getting the kill. He's being chased by nothing to say. To take on enough Duke. RTZ Duke here around the trees. Woo, woo, woo. But Dragon Slave does still hit him. There won't be enough damage. RTZ's out.
Got it.
Arme. Fabian trying to look towards Fly. Fly no longer an easy kill though. He's hit the 6. Supernova is at the ready and ABED by his side. Yes, PSG have to be
Dyer's
careful
middle
about how
tower
they take
is
around the
under
mid
attack.
lane as Dream Coil, Supernova, they're ready to go.
You can see them grouping around because they have a catapult. Let's see if ABED wants to tank any tower. Nah, he just denies it. It's them with the greetings again.
Radiant's
Super
bottom
effective.
tower is under attack.
Tusk actually gives home to Phoenix. Like, he just wants his Phoenix to hit level 12, potentially
what a bro.
faster. What a bro, yeah.
What a bro.
He's always ready for a fight.
Arteezy so far having a really good game. Boots of
Radiant's
travel.
bottom tower is
You
under
know, wants to
attack.
be able to connect with the rest of the team, just potentially outnumber the opponents going into BKB. He was thinking about the Falcon play, but since he picked up an Arcane Ring, has enough mana sustain, and with Boots of Travel, you're going to be teleporting to base more often.
The smoke movement is easy. They try and connect down the bottom lane flying ABED.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Why? Stop to... maybe ABED would just turn and go for him instead. He will. He can't drop down. RTZ closes the gap. Why's gone. Now we jump up to the Hydra. They look for more. They can't get with the snowball. They'll pick up 2. Jingu down as well. EG 14-4 right now.
This is the type of game that they need to play. Like, their heroes are very good right now. They know that Ame will not be able to join any team fights. He just wants to farm up. Usually Ame
Dyer's
is the one who
middle
doesn't even
tower
join
is under
before he
attack.
gets the Agadam Scepter. Potentially, you know, with the TP, if they overextend, other than that, he just wants to farm.
And this is really going to be one of those games where it's pretty much going to be impossible for Arme to turn up at all until he has the BKB, because in any of these fights, if the Dream Coil and a Nether Toxic get thrown down on top of him, he's pretty much useless if he can't benefit from the G.
Even if he gets a BKB, like, it's just going to be a hard game for Ahmed throughout pretty much the whole game against the Viper Strike. Then you have Walrus Punch, Static Link. Like, these are all abilities that most likely are going to be used on you.
Absolutely. This is very much EG coming out with what we needed to see. They knew that it's always going to be there. This first round of the draft, this Arme Monkey King, they had to have a plan, and definitely a lot of pieces that do seem to be very strong counters against it. Sliding into place here from EG.
PSG.LGD, you know, they still have a better late game if they can just slow it down to not get overrun by EG. There's going to be this ET, you know, still does not have a point in the natural order at all. Monkey King, we've seen what he can do once he gets the items that profit. Fabian is actually relatively farmed. I'm not a big fan, to be honest, about the Falcon Blade and the Yule Scepter. It's a lot of mana. You still have a defensive tool with the Yule Scepter, but you don't bring like any of utility to your teammates when you go for that kind of a build. And you also, like, it's still a good BKB game because you're playing into Puck, you're playing into Phoenix, you want to have something to kill the Supernova. Their heroes are actually not that good at killing Supernova, especially if you get the fire.
Absolutely. Which is going to be a problem considering that EG have...
Yeah, pretty much it's just Lina, you know, with the Fiery Soul.
Like they are, for the most part, going to have to deal with that
Dire
egg.
are scanning.
Come into play like the Dream Coil and the Charge, and not necessarily going to have the option to run away from it. Team fights definitely will be scary once EG start to bring it to them. The pace of the game slowing down a little bit. As EG get to look to make the next move. Tier 1 still available in the mid lane. It's probably going to be the next target. Already very low. Bringing the 5 in around mid. They got a smoke. Fly does. They're ready to make a move here, EG. They know that they do need to still continue to use their strength right now against PSG.LGD.
This is their catch. Ice with the Road of Atos. Like he can initiate from a bit further away. James Q breaks the smoke.
See how they start things up. Martini coming in from the side. Will get a hit back to the start. Comes down and goes. Picks him up. Over the sideline. Works him out. They bring down outside guy. He's getting a decent link on to face the out. Will turn. Huge through the leader. Nothing to say falls. She's starting to reset a little bit. Wait out the Wukong's command before they look to get back in.
Dire's top tower is under
They were
attack.
so ready for this. Like nice positioning from Jin Q. Q-Man, Urge Spike, they were ready. Like Dead Prophet using the Exorcism straight away. It's just a trade. But Lina, like she would love to not die there. Instead, let's say they trade a support for Viper would be a big W, I would say, for PSG.LGD.
We did see some sort of safety at the end there from EG. Not trying to run straight back in. RTT hasn't quite got the BKB, so rather waiting for that before they really try and push it. They just sort of leave with the trade that they get.
Dire's
1 for 1.
middle tower is
RTT
under
just
attack.
making sure that they could finish off. Nothing to say on the way out. Deciding not to commit anything else now. RTT arming rather deep on his own up top. Trying to get the BKB finished. He's going to be found by Jinju and Arme. RTT, I don't know if there's any way he can
juke
even
this?
if he can. That's going to be quite something.
Dire's
He's up in
middle
the trees,
tower
Arme.
is being denied.
Again, there's time
Dire's
before
bottom
RTT
tower
escapes. Back
is
over
under
the mid,
attack.
ABED. Nice, looking to chase down, nothing to say. ABED's certainly going to dive in for that one.
It's just so much overtime damage. Witchblade plus anything from Viper. On top of Urn of Shadow, it's just like you need BKBs. You're gonna need the BKBs. Ame pretty much going for his standard stuff. So I'll get that Battle Fury, which will get me closer to the Aghanim Scepter, and then I'll possibly get a BKB. He can still swap things around, but I feel like he needs it. He needs to be able to jump on the targets and just deal damage.
Ice, stepping in rather deep here. Spotted out by Y. That PSG.LGD
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
far enough away.
Regeneration!
No difference. Laning it just at this 2k. Battle Fury done. Piece of the Monkey King is going to pick up. That kill on RTZ definitely helping. RTZ was definitely tempted. He just wanted to stick around that one last wave because that would have given them
Dire's
the BKB.
structures are
With that
fortified.
death though, gets knocked back a little bit.
Dire's
Farm it up.
bottom tower
Much
is
safer
under
position.
attack.
Clean up the triangle. And he will have the BKB ready for the next.
Nether Shawl drop for both of these teams. The most perfect item, like you're always gonna have and find the usage for it. It's definitely the best, the tier 2 neutral item in the game.
Dire's bottom tower is
You
under
can see
attack.
the problem that EG
Radiant
got is we don't have
structures
enough
are
damage.
fortified.
We don't have enough tower damage. And
Radiant
for PSG.LGD
outstanding.
is they're struggling to initiate a fight. Like your
Dire's
Lion
bottom
and
tower
ET,
is
they're
under
not really
attack.
good at starting a fight. Your offlane is a Dead Prophet, and you're in a situation where you can't just group around because you don't really feel
Dire's
comfortable
bottom
fighting right
tower
now. You would
has
rather
fallen.
farm. They're just gonna play slowly, you know. Most of the time, it's like gonna
Dire
be
are
counter-reactive
scanning.
to what they're doing, or try to smoke out the front to get a pick off. They need to be very careful about EG's like road taking potential because of Sus.
Here's Bates here. He's got the BKB. He's ready to fight. They do commit on him, but already over to the side. Clean out the collapse on nothing to say. Bring down the leader now. Arme, Dream Coil, locked down onto Arme. EG will be able to turn and take down both cores. Arteezy bait works perfectly. At the BKB, he's more than ready for them to jump. If he positions aggressively, PSG.LGD, they fall for it.
Surprised they decided to take that move. There is still a tier 1 tower on the top lane. They can easily TP, they can outnumber them, and as you said, Razor with the BKB, he was ready. This is what I just mentioned, like the growth-taking potential coming up from the top, they have it. Pops the drum, on top of that, the front speed with the security defense performance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No chance for contest here for PSG.LGD. Maybe out. Trying to get some pressure onto that bottom tier 1 tower. Yeah, half HP on the bottom tower. The other tier 1 BG really are yet to lose any sort of objective on their half. PSG.LGD just haven't managed to get the push together yet.
This is where the difference comes from. They have taken 3 towers, they have not lost a single one, they took the roach
Radiant's
as well.
bottom
Still,
tower
PSG.LGD,
is under
they
attack.
are finding the farm on the map. Ame getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter.
All games we have seen PSG.LGD get the wins there. And so sometimes in the games they have dropped. It's very much been Ame is AFK farming, the battle period, the axe, and then suddenly the game just comes to an end. So at least in the one loss we did see from them. G definitely playing at the sort of pace that to try and force that situation here. ABED to get some right click online. If we're going for the death zone, not massively, the extra bit of physical burst.
Yeah, it's just that they don't have enough tower damage. This is why he's itemizing this way. He went for the damage talent, going into this, so phase shift attack. Makes a lot of sense. Top lane, Ame getting caught.
Bit of help. Viper Truck's down. I think that got the recon to come out. Silence does come in, but it's going to tick very low with the Viper Truck. Just keep himself alive as now the turnaround is attended by Faithian, moving over the right side. You as well closing in as they bring down both of them and keep Ame
It's so
alive.
important that he does not die there. He could have also just tried to TP out. I think he would have enough time. ABED chasing, has a blink dagger and invis, but the rest of the team is not there.
He had the chance to pop Faithian. Faithian very much aware that the move would be coming into play as he was guarded by his new supports.
PSG.LGD, they are happy how things are going for them right now. No, Ame didn't die. They still don't want to take the fight before the BKBs. Lina getting close to one. Actually has enough gold soon. Dead Prophet also getting very close. So once they get those 3 BKBs up, they will be ready to fight. Even like before, I think Ame might need to be in a sort of joining fights.
Ahmed, nothing to say. Looks split the Britain's team as he's up on the flip. He's going to turn, drop the PSG.LGD, they can't head up into the high ground. Keep their distance, nothing can be done to say, nothing to say.
Nothing to say, nothing to save, huh?
Sammy is with him dead for 35. BG can start putting some pressure on the tier 2s. Ice. Over the mid tower.
Radiant are scanning.
They're like, we're playing for 25. We do not have enough tower
Dire's
damage.
bottom
Just
tower is under attack.
wait until Viper gets poison attack, affects buildings, then we're good to go.
Gonna take a little bit of time, but maybe that is the late game that you actually do have.
Got it.
Very careful, Joe. Come down here. That's Ice waiting at the side. Somewhere
He killed the
lot
creep.
of damage as Armate's gone. Fly and Ice ready for him to make that jump.
He killed the creep. Arteezy was trying to TP with the boots of travel. I'm not sure if they did not have a glyph or did not want to pop it. Glyph, Radiant team on cool. Yeah, it was on cooldown. 7 seconds.
Yes, very, very costly for Armate. Also over to the side, Crit finds Y alone. The kills will give EG the space
Dire's
to push
middle
on in the
tower
mid
is
lane.
under attack.
Illusion!
It's tier 2. See how much more they can find whilst they do still have the Aegis on Arben. You want to go away from the full Desolator. Timing to get the chance at pushing it back on Lina. Pressa jumps on there. They force out that BKB straight away without the Hex and the stun coming out. Rishiki, but Crit to take them away from the stun. Spot from Arben. Arben TP's over towards the mid. Crit backs out to the side. Extra TP over from Wise. They look to close the gap. Faithian will push back Arben. EG just kiting these 2 BKBs.
Dire's
Jump back in, that's easy. With the blink, Arben finds out 2 of them, nothing to say. All alone, he's going to force himself. Arben will get burst go past the tier 3, up to the tier 4. He really wants this one. Will pop this down, but RTZ keeps on diving. Blinks to the side. He's out of there. They won't be able to punish him with 3 dead on PSG.LGD.
The way this fight started, you know, snowball, PSG.LGD just like, yeah, they're gonna come into our base, 2 blinks, they get out of the trouble, BKB's already popped, and then they reset. RTZ goes in, cleans them up with that this is such an actually valuable pickup on him, going for that blink dagger to be able to catch people, get out of the trouble, like just get on top of Monkey King more easy. I think that's the most important part.
Monkey King
Dyer's
getting on the
middle
leader as well.
has
Another
fallen.
hero that just hates having heroes just jumping right close of her, because then suddenly she's forced to use herself, and that leaves her in a very vulnerable position. As we see here, nothing to say, buys a bit of time. As soon as she's back down, RTZ's waiting and ready to kill him off.
Good first usage of Aegis. It was about to expire, 30 seconds, and they still get the most out of it.
They're just setting a trap every single time. For the 3 of them, they're chasing over. I strike a raid down onto Chris, who can open the high ground, forcing PSG.LGD to run the shots, working around like one behind them. He's still trying to chase off, but he's jumping to the high ground. And sort of stuck landed as he comes out of the spaceship. They can't
get him.
He's out of there, ABED. No catch for him.
My finest creation gets out of the trouble, and so far they did not manage to kill Puck, not even once. I see Eon Disc queued up, and that's just gonna be a huge issue. No one buys like into Nullifier. You can dispel it with the Yule Scepter, which is okay-ish, but still you need to deal with the phase shift, you need to deal with the blink, and possibly Yule Scepter on him as well.
How do you kill this pup? We're seeing PSG.LGD really struggling to keep Arme safe, even in that situation where he was farming in his own triangle and did pretty much have the whole team behind him. They just couldn't do anything to stop blink initiation from RTZ. Blinks in, BKB static link. Arme's gonna die pretty much every time to that play.
There is no counterplay. Like, even if he pops a BKB, he's still gonna be in trouble, but a bit less, you know. Wukong's command could potentially turn things around. 12k gold lead. I'm gonna call it suddenly for EG, where like they were given a 2k gold
Look
lead.
at the graph.
Yeah, skyrocketed.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
Straight up.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dyer's top tower is under attack.
He's got his eyes on nothing to say. They're able to jump initiation, punch into the sky, put up the sail, put the BKB, but he's already fallen too low. They'll come down off the back of this shield. They'll lose to the line. 3 dead yet again on PSG.LGD. Face down, trying to chase down Fly. Stop back up. Chris jumps in. Face down, will be able to down. He'll lose his life for him. 4 dead on PSG.LGD. And Armed's not done. He dumps the high ground, chasing down White. Britain has come out with them. Forced back to EG. RTZ with a slow. It's a team fight. As EG clean up every single one of them. PSG.LGD all dead. 30 to 10 now. As EG's pace and momentum is just far too much for PSG.LGD.
And just they did not have an answer for this spot. Chris Tusk also causing a lot of issue every single time. Like, he has this BKB piercing ability. You're just never gonna feel safe playing against Tusk. I would not be surprised if PSG.LGD GG's out after one next fight.
Definitely feels like it could be going that way.
Dyer's middle
It's getting
barracks are under
infinitely harder
attack.
for PSG.LGD to be able to carry on the back of Arme's Monkey King, something that they felt confident in enough to open draft after draft with here on the main stage. And after this game, if EG can keep this up and get the win, they may have sort of shaken up PSG.LGD enough to maybe look towards something a bit different, because EG coming in with solid answers this game to Arme's Monkey.
They were so prepared for this. They were, you can feel that they were ready. You know, kind of feels like a big bait coming up from EG. Yeah, go on, pick your Monkey King. We'll be able to counter it.
A lot of things in play that are causing issues, but definitely this RTZ Razor, the final pick, the build that he's gone for, that really just sealed the deal on top of everything else. Mid lane, diving in onto nothing to say again, have to put the BKB and run the Yusa, get the hex, the light break away, onto Arme, Neon just gets the kill, Arme will be able to jump back to side, Arme just trying to get it, he's got deep, he sweeps around, BKB and static it down to the Monkey King, Arme has got nothing that he can do here, Arme's down yet again, Arme's diving down the rest of them, jumping around, overwatching Q and White, Crits him with a punch in onto the outside, and White goes down, GQ whipping himself out of the game, as Arme, he'll help with his whip as well. 4 dead, once more, It really does feel like there's just nothing to be done, and there isn't. GG, it's called.
Yeah, I've seen
EG.
LGD when they're losing the games, they tend to GG out a bit earlier. You know, they feel they do not want to be in this anymore. They do not want this to affect their mentality coming into the second game. So they just call it.
This is just perfect preparation from EG. They knew exactly what to expect from PSG.LGD in this series. This game one, PSG.LGD, they've tried to do what they've been getting away with so far. EG they've just given them a big flat no. They said,
Yeah,
you
they
can't
just
do
said,
this. You won't play like this against us.
today.
We will
Not
destroy
in this
it.
game. They were so ready for Monkey King. They kind of ruined them. You know, it happens multiple times, I would say, when you see someone picking certain heroes.
me with you